Folks, I've been waiting on this one for a long time. Welcome back to another episode of Sportswrap Sit-Downs. Joining you from Indian River High School, the home of the Braves, and joining us today, the star freshman quarterback of the Braves who just came off a 40 touchdown, I don't mean to disrespect you, 3,000-yard season, Lord Malik Heru. What's going on, man? How are you?
What's up? How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good. What a year. I mean, you came into this thing, and I always say this point when I talk about how you popped up on my radar, and
Right.
It was, to your credit, your social media savvy, right? You tagging me in a post of you bench pressing 225 for, I believe, 11 or 12 reps, and you were getting out of your 8th grade year. And I remember showing it to everybody in the office, and we all immediately said, this dude's name is what? Right? Like,
Yeah.
let's not crown him yet. Let's see him on the field. And you were, making the proclamation, I'm the starter at Indian River. This is a program here at Indian River that 2 years ago went to the state semifinal, that last year made a run at the region championship, and you're stepping into a program that's well coached, has good personnel. So we're all like, give it a minute first.
Yeah.
And then the Granby game rolls around, and you just go off. You go crazy. What has this entire build-up process just been for you going into varsity?
It definitely has been a process of the mental aspect and the physical aspect, because you got to have both to play this game, especially at the quarterback, and to play it at a high level. It takes a process, and I'm glad I got somebody in my corner that's willing to take that long route for me.
When all of everything that happened, I mean, the Granby game rolls around, and you put up, was it 5 or 6 touchdowns?
Five.
Yeah. And you're doing it with your legs, you're doing it with your arm, and then I take the video that I shot back to the sports office, and everyone's like, okay, because Granby's coming off a really good year. He's like, okay, he's doing this against real dudes. And then you continue to do it. And then the chatter starts to go outward, and more outlets are picking you up, and Sports Plug is posting you more, right? And now your brand is growing. College coaches are starting to look at you. Was this freshman season just an overall whirlwind for you?
Like I've been saying for a long time now, I really wasn't expecting nothing going into the season. So when I said that, it wasn't like I'm just saying it. I actually didn't expect nothing. So I just went out there every game, every week, and just played my heart out.
Yeah. Where does Lord come from? Because obviously, I would imagine your birth name is Malik, right? Or is your birth name Lord?
Malik. And
Okay.
Change it.
Yeah. Okay. So where does Lord come from?
You got to have something that sticks out, no matter what. Just seeing my name on a paper is eye-catching. So, yeah, just having something that's that eye-catching, and then your game is eye-catching too, is just a complete thing.
When did that start? When did you start going by Lord? Because I remember I was doing deep dives after you started going off, and I found a post from you, not from you directly, but a post about you. And you were in the 4th grade, and it was a graphic, and on the graphic it said, dual threat quarterback, I am not Tim Tebow. Right? And no shade to Tim Tebow at all.
Yeah.
But when did Lord originate? When did people start calling you Lord? When did you tell people, start calling me this?
I want to say probably, 4th grade year. That's when it happened. And then after that, it just clicked.
You have those graphics made. I mean, that's so much pressure. That's 5 years ago, which is crazy to think about, that you were in 4th grade 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
But you hear the chatter, all of the noise. You lead your team to a region championship against a Green Run team that won out of its Beach District schedule.
Yeah.
You're undefeated.
Doesn't.
Yeah. What was that aspect like of it, where you're going in and you're hearing all of the chatter about the media, everything is surrounding this 9th grade phenom who has an eye-popping name, and college coaches are calling you, and you got interest from not just 757, but really a lot of the Southeast is tapped into you right now. So what was handling the pressure like? Because like you said, you never expected all of this.
No. The pressure, I say it really wasn't any pressure because I don't really pay attention to it that much. I just go week by week, and then whatever the result is, if it's good or if it's bad, I'll try to tweak a little bit, make it better, or I just go week by week by it. So the pressure, it really wasn't. I wasn't really feeling it at first, or really at all. But yeah, I say we had a pretty good run though. It wasn't what we wanted because everybody wants to go to states, but
Of course.
it's a good foundation start.
And, you know, for you, how did you, I mean, did you feel it at all of like the shift in more people coming out, more people wanting to talk to you, more interviews set up through Coach Carr saying, I want to talk to Lord? Like, did you feel that shift start to happen throughout the season?
Just a little bit. I try to pay not too much mind to it because it could go just as fast as it comes. So I just thank all my blessings. I count all of them. And I just try to proceed on what I'm doing and make it better because everybody is trying to come for your spot if you're at the top. So.
Yeah. Again, over 3,000 yards, 40 touchdowns. You went ballistic in the playoffs all the way through region championships. Like you 14 plus touchdowns, I believe, like just in the playoffs alone.
Yeah.
You know, so talk to me about elevating when the moment got brighter, because I think that in the green run game, you know, you started off that game, and I think you would even admit that that wasn't your best performance in the first half of that game.
No.
And then you come out, and they got you pinned back within your own 10, 15-yard line, and you marched them down the field, and I think it was a touchdown pass to Elijah.
Donovan.
Yeah. But Jason made a really good catch on that drive, right? Like there was a lot of ridiculous plays, but your scramble to get you out of, you know, it was probably 25, 27 yards around there to get you out of trouble, and then that drive really started. Why are you built for these pressure cooker scenarios where you're on away territory and you're playing an undefeated team in a region championship game that you've never been in that scenario before? But what is your mental? What's it like in between the ears when you get the huddle out and you're pinned into your own end zone, basically?
I just revert back to my training. I say no light is too bright for me. That's just how I've been raised. That's just how I play. So when people say, oh, he's only a freshman, yeah, I'm only a freshman, but like no light is too bright for me. So I got teammates, I got the coaching staff, I got my community that have my back wherever I go. So I say I could lean on them too on my game. So I really know nothing is too big for me.
I always wanted a high-paying career, but I didn't want to be stuck at a desk. In just 4 months, Tidewater Community College taught me how to drive a truck. The pay is great, and I have the independence I've always wanted. They helped me with financial aid and showed me how to enroll. TCC even helped me find a job. Now I'm on my way. Tidewater Community College. From here, go anywhere.
You know, I think it's interesting because every practice that I've been to here, you know, you and your dad are like pushed, and your dad obviously being your quarterback's coach, you know, you and your dad are pushed off to the side, right? It's you and it's your dad.
Right.
And you guys are working through progressions, and it's almost like, it's like your own world. Like you live in your own world of practice, it feels like.
Yeah.
Was that always by design? Did you want to be like alone on an island working by yourself because you're better that way? Or like walk me through your mentality of why you do what you do during practice.
I do what I do during practice because my dad knows what's best for me and what I want. So by any means, he'll do what he has to do, or even if he doesn't feel like it. So if that's getting me by myself to work on the tedious things of my game to get me just a hair better, I mean, he's going to do it, and I appreciate him for that. But just being all by myself, is that better? Yeah, but I could be with the team. I could be by myself. It's just the tedious thing is in my game that he tries to get better.
Where do you think you grew the most in your freshman varsity season, your first season on the team?
I say the details in the game, because you can't just go out there and play. I mean, everybody got your film now, so everybody's getting coached up. Later on during the season, the better the preparation is, the better they're breaking down the film, the better the team is. So it's the tedious things, and then being a teammate, like being a better player for my team, because you can never just stop being you can't just stop. You have to just keep on going.
In this entire process, the part that not everybody gets to see is the college coaches, the visits, right? And I won't say which college it was, but I saw you at one of them, and somebody said you were too young to even get an offer. How has the process been for you, as young as you are, going to these colleges, beating dudes like Eric Dickerson at SMU, getting offers, Division I interest, Michael Vick wants you? What is that part of the process like?
I say that process feels amazing, because even when you get, say, 18 or 30 offers, the feeling never stops once you get one more, or just a coach recognize your game. That feeling is always good. It shows what you're doing is never going unnoticed. Yeah. You're not doing something for nothing, or you're not doing everything with your coaches or just off-season work for nothing. They recognize you, and they think that your abilities could be played at the next level. So that feels really good.
SMU, Duke, Norfolk State, Hampton. Am I missing one?
Howard.
And
North Carolina Central.
Okay, so you got 6 right now.
Yeah.
So walk me through the very first, and that conversation and the feeling that you got with your first Division I offer.
I say the first one was probably my most surprising one, I say. Went out still in 8th grade on the game field right here for college day. Threw in front of them, did 7-on-7. I talked to Howard. They was like, yeah, we really like what you just did out there. I'd like to give you a Division I offer. And they didn't hit me at first when he first said it. I was still in kind of shock, but
because you're in 8th grade at this point. How old are you when this is happening?
I just turned 15.
All right.
And then, so I'm walking out with my dad after. He was like, what was he talking about? I was like, he offered me. And then we was just both excited. And then I was walking out to the car, and I just broke down crying. I was like, this is amazing. I just got my first D1 offer. And then all of them feel the same way, because they're all D1 squad. This is my dream. But that first one, I think, was probably the one I'll really never forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did the first Power 4 offer when Duke came in, did that hit any differently?
A little bit, because it's a Power 4 school. I mean, a D1 school is a D1 school. Don't get me wrong.
Of course.
But from Duke, that was a great feeling too. Walking out the game, the coach called. I called the coach, and then he answered. He was like, "Yeah, we'd like to give you your first Power 4 offer." And after that phone call, it hit me. I cried again. I was like, I just thank God for it, because he been along with me along the way, and he know what we've been through. Me and my dad been through, and what we've been doing in the dark is finally coming to light. So I was really happy.
So all that being said, what was the moment for you? Maybe some time that you had to push through. You said you and your dad have been through a lot.
Yeah.
Talk about some of those times where it was maybe discouraging at points, or maybe something you had to push through to then feel such a validating feeling of getting that offer.
I say, growing up, I wasn't really the hugest kid on the field. Really thinking I don't know if I'm gonna grow no more. I don't know if the colleges are gonna like me. I don't know if they like my game. And then just talking to my dad about it that night, he gave me some validation on who I am. So then I just stuck with it, I've been sticking to it still. And then when I got that first one, that's when I really believe like I can take my talent to the next level.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's just been clicking.
So your dad helped you realize who you are.
Yeah.
So who are you?
Me, I'm Malik Heru.
How would you describe yourself to somebody who's never met you?
Confident, humble, breathtaking game, I say, and just a good kid in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than a football player.
One tweet that you put out that I thought stood out to me was delayed, not denied, right? And that your time will come. Why do you feel that way? And what has been your mentality since losing to Highland Springs in the state semifinal game this year?
My mentality is, if you was better for your team, then your team would have had a better shot. So going into the off season, especially on a loss, it drives you, it motivates you to work on every aspect of your game. You're not good enough, or you're not good enough to chill. Like you have to do something every day, no matter what it is. It doesn't have to be physical, it could be mental.
Yeah.
But you still have to do something to improve your game. So that game really opened up my eyes. Like, this is the last game of the season, and if you was better and you could do your job better, your team would have won, or you would have had a fighting chance of winning.
I've talked to coaches and I've talked to players in this area when they get eliminated from playoff contention that it doesn't hit them on the bus ride back. I just talked to a coach who had a player sign at a school on early National Signing Day, and he said that's when it hit him that their season was done, when his player, his senior, put pen to paper, and at that point he knew it was done. And that was 2-3 weeks after the season had ended. When did it resonate with you that your freshman season has come to a close?
I'd say seeing the interior building again, getting off the bus, that's when it hit me. Like, you just played your last freshman game. You're not just some freshman phenom no more. Now everybody's expecting something from you.
Yeah.
So you got to get better. You can't get mad at like something. You got to just take everything in and just work on the tedious parts of your game.
Yeah. So when I asked you earlier this season about who you compare yourself to, you
Right.
said you're one of one, and that nobody plays like you, and that you believe you are something new, right?
Yeah.
But who did you watch? Because obviously you are a quarterback,
Yeah.
right? So you had to watch somebody for some sort of inspiration. Who did you watch that you just were awe-induced by?
The man that just offered me yesterday, Michael Vick. I used to watch him, Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray. I really used to watch everybody. I still watch everybody. I have to take a piece from everybody's game. That's why I say I'm one of one.
Yeah.
You can't model your game after somebody because they already got that.
Yeah.
So you have to be yourself. You can. It's cool to take parts of people's game, but you still have to play like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was that like then? Because, I mean, obviously Eric Dickerson at SMU, and then Michael Vick and the conversation he had with you, I'm sure, before he offered you. You know, talking to these legends of the game and being able to pick their brains and understand the steps that they went through to be great. What have you learned from legends like that?
It doesn't matter about your size because Michael Vick was an undersized quarterback in his era. Eric Dickerson was a beast, but they all in the same place. They all had to work the same. Some may even had to work more because they was undersized or not the prototype of that at the time. So just work and then work even more. So just work at everything, and there's nothing that you can't get better at.
Yeah. In your video, and I want to touch on that too, you put out a thank you video, which, by the way, appreciate the shout out.
Yeah, no problem.
But you put out a thank you video at the end of your freshman season, and I've never seen that ever by an athlete. And it was like, I sent that around to everybody in my circle, not because of you shouting me out, but more so because I was like, I've never seen this before from a high school athlete, let alone a 15-year-old high school athlete.
Yeah.
You know, so what moved you to want to do that in the first place? Because I, especially after a freshman season, I would understand if it was a senior year, you're done, you're all done with high school football, and you talk about the legacy that you left here at Indian River. Why now? Why did you feel it was important to do that?
I mean, because everybody got me to where I am now, even down to just the community by itself welcoming me to Indian River. That the little stuff is it goes a long way. So where I am right now, even some of the coaches that know me in college, y'all did that. Like I'm not a one-man army, so everybody has to help somebody out. So even if I didn't shout y'all out, I'm sorry, but thank y'all. But yeah, so that's pretty much why I made that video.
The honorable mention of that video is someone who's sitting in that office right now, your father,
Yeah.
you know, who was getting on you from behind the camera a little bit. He was getting on you. He said, "Where's my shout out? You know, you mentioned all these people except for me," right? I thought that was hilarious. But
Yeah.
the impact that he has had, because not everybody, especially who plays a sport or sports in general, is blessed enough to be able to have someone who can guide them like that, let alone a parent.
Yeah.
So what was the dialogue like for your dad to become your coach here at Indian River, and what has the impact been from him to you in your first varsity season?
He had me. He when he found out I was his son, it was I gotta finish what hasn't been finished. So he's doing that now, and I think he's doing a pretty good job of that right now. And the impact that he has on me is a lot. He dictates everything in life that I'm doing right now. So, I mean, even him just being a coach on the staff, he could have got to high school and said, "The high school got you. Like I'm gonna just sit in the stands and be a dad." He decided to be a coach and help coach me up. He know things that coaches really wouldn't know about a player. Yeah. So the connection that me and my dad have is unreal.
And so there are some connections between a father and a son, specifically on an athletics team, a sports team, where they will say, you know, once practice is over, we go home and we don't talk football.
Right.
We don't talk sports. Do you guys go home, watch film? Do you guys, you know, keep the game in the house, or do you guys take the game out of the house completely and leave it to here?
No, I say once practice is over, no, I'm more than just an athlete, so I still got schoolwork. He's not just a coach, he got to be a dad too, so he's talking to me about life, school, and then when the time comes in the house, then we'll talk ball again. Yeah. So it really doesn't leave, because you can't just have one thing here and then it stops and you go back to it. Yeah. You'll never really reach your full potential, I say, if you just leave football at football. So, yeah.
Has there been a most impactful moment for you this season? It could be something that happened at practice, something that happened in a game, a moment like lifting the 5A region championship. What for you was a moment that moved you to the extent where you had to really sit and think about it?
He says stuff from time to time, but I say two things that had me thinking was, you either getting better or you getting worse. You're not going through a day and you stable, you neutral. You either going backwards or you going forwards. Which one you gonna do? And even in games, just because you up right now don't mean you could be up later. Close games like Green Runs or the Nance River game, you'd be like, it's legendary mode. You gotta go in that legendary mindset. So yeah, that's a few things that he said that stuck out.
But for you personally, did you have one specific moment this year where you had to think and you had to be like, you know, man, I can't believe this just happened to me. I'm going to use this as a lesson. Like one specific moment.
Um,
Good or bad.
Okay. I say the green run game, coming out slow. Even the Smith game. The Smith game woke me up into what the SED really was. The green run game coming out slow. That bit us the last game we had, just coming out slow. Nesbitt River game, that showed me and my team that we never out of it. You can keep on fighting.
What would the beginning of the season Lord Malik Heru say, coming in not knowing what varsity was like? What would he say to you right now, and what would you say to him?
Younger, I say he'd be like, it's easy. It's just another game of football. But at the end of the season, I say he'll say it back. You'll see. You're gonna have a rude awakening if you take this game lightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we gonna see out of a sophomore Lord Malik Heru?
I say the same, but better.
Does Lord Malik Heru play on Saturdays?
Yes, I say he plays on Saturdays. I say he's a top quarterback.
Do you believe right now, and I'm going to ask you to buy into your own hype, if you genuinely believe it, say it. Do you believe you are the best quarterback in this area?
Yes.
Do you believe you are the best quarterback in this state?
Yes.
Does Lord Malik Heru play on Sundays?
If it's talent second red, then they do. Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you.
The one, the only, the freshman phenom from Indian River High School, Lord Malik Heru. For another episode of Sportswrap Sit Downs, I'm James Catato. I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Peace out.